So you're wondering, that home around the corner from you is being sold, and you found out that it's a short sale, and you realize that some way, somehow, Bank of America or Wells Fargo or Chase or whatever major institutional lender, or maybe it's not a major institutional lender, but the lender's name is on there, and you're thinking, well, gosh, I don't know if I need a realtor for this. I don't know if I just go directly to the bank. How do I go, I want to put an offer on this property, but how do I go about doing that? That's a great question. In fact, earlier this week, I had a client who called me up with that very question, and I thought to myself, I'm sure there are tons of people out there on the internet highway, like yourself, who are wondering, to put an offer on a house like that, do I need a lender, a broker? Do I go directly to the bank? If so, how do I get in touch with the right person? How do I go about doing this? I really want to put an offer on this house. Well, let me tell you, first of all, what qualifies me to give you this information is that I am a real estate expert with over 20 years of experience in not only real estate but also in lending. I've been on both sides of the coin. I owned a mortgage bank for over 20 plus years, and I've had a real estate license since 1986, dating myself here a little bit. And on the lending side, I originated, I underwrote, funded, and sold on the secondary market loans, so I know the ins and outs of the banking industry. I know lender language, so to speak, lender speak. I understand the foreclosure process from the banking side. That being said, I've been in the real estate market, and I've been a real estate broker since 1989, and as such, I've bought and sold probably millions of dollars by now in real estate, and have my own properties, and so I know what I'm talking about. And you can check out the testimonials online. There's hundreds of testimonials. There's plenty of evidence on the internet to convict me of the crime of real estate if you choose to decide that being in the real estate industry is a crime. But seriously, all things aside, the answer to your question is the way you go about putting an offer on a home that is short sold. First of all, if you find out that a house is either a foreclosure or it's a short sale, you need a real estate broker. Either a real estate broker or one of the agents licensed in a brokerage to represent you. Because that homeowner, if the property is not a bank-owned property, which is also known as an REO, which stands for real estate owned. That's after the bank takes it away from the homeowner because they failed to make their payments on their home. And we have other videos that explain to you the foreclosure process. But I just want to address the issue here of putting an offer on a short sale. If you find yourself wanting to put an offer on a short sale, bottom line, you need to find yourself a real estate broker and or one of their licensed agents. As long as they have a real estate license and it's hung under a brokerage or under a broker like myself, they can represent you and they can get all the information, provided that they are in good standing with their local real estate board and they are members of the board and have MLS access. Just because you have a real estate license does not mean that you have access to the multiple listing service and are a member in good standing of the board. Real estate licenses in the state of California are like belly buttons. Just about everybody has one. If you have a driver's license, you probably also have a real estate license. Because let's face it, California is the mecca of real estate. It is the epitome of where the finest and greatest real estate, in my opinion, in the entire planet is here in California. That's why I live here. I've lived other places for as long as 3 years at a time, and here I am, and here I am to stay, God willing. So for a short sale, bottom line is you need to have a real estate agent that's licensed under a brokerage, or deal directly with a broker, and that broker needs to be in good standing with their local real estate board so that they do have access to the multiple listing service. Now, why is the multiple listing service such a critical component or valuable tool for that realtor and for you as a prospective buyer? And the answer is this. By them having access to the multiple listing service, they'll go into the MLS and they'll see all the private remarks. Everything else about the listing is public, and you can find that pretty much anywhere on the net. But the most valuable information is going to be the private remarks, which is closely held to the best information that is for the eyes of only the licensed real estate agents and brokers to see Not even the bank gets to see that. Once a real estate agent lists the property for sale and they're representing a bank, they provide that information to the bank, and then the bank verifies that it's in the way that they want it. When they're dealing with a regular homeowner or an investor or anyone else that, when you're not dealing with a foreclosure per se, then you're dealing one-on-one with the investor or with that homeowner. And so that homeowner will say, okay, I don't want to show my house, or whatever criteria there might be, any specifics, gate codes, lockbox combinations, etc. That's why it's private information. It's just for real estate professionals who are real estate agents and real estate brokers, for their eyes only. It's not to be given out to the public. Okay? So there you have it in a nutshell. Bottom line, you need a real estate agent and or broker, like myself. I happen to be a real estate broker. I got my license in 1989. My real estate license I got in 1986, but my broker's license I got in 1989. And I would love, absolutely adore, hearing you describe in detail that home that you would love to own, but didn't think that you could afford. Call me now. You can contact me through my website, 7secretstosellingyourhome.com. I'll say that again. The number 7. 7. You heard me right. 7secretstosellingyourhome.com. My name is Lillian Walker, Equity Maximization Specialist. I'll see you on the other side. Thank you for joining me.